Greg Nivens calling the budget committee for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Calls a meeting to order. Roll call, the chair, Stephen Barlow, Greg Nivens here, Robert Melton. Here. Darwin Clark.
Here.
Randall Boswell.
Here.
Patrick McCurdy.
Here.
All here. Number 3, did you have minutes this one? It is, isn't it?
That was February 24th.
That's 24th. Okay.
We got the one last meeting.
I didn't.
Okay, well.
Let's just wait.
It's not about,
Um,
we did make a motion, last minutes, I'll make a motion to pass on the minutes.
all right,
Till next meeting.
Since we don't have a copy of the minutes in the packet, the correct minutes, Randall made a motion to, pass on until next meeting. You got a second?
Here.
Patrick McCurdy made a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passed on. Any budget amendments? No budget amendments? So I guess all new business, we'll go with Darwin on the approval for the,
Tim's going that there.
teams.
On approval for the dog walk bridge, of course, we had a bid letting it come in, and it was I'll just read her letter from the engineer. Bids were received on Dog Walk Road, bridge replacement over Trib to the Port Branch at the Miller Oakley, Overton County Service Building. Offered to the Overton County Executive on Thursday, March 13th, 2025, and opened at 5 p.m. and read aloud. After reviewing all bids proposals submitted and no errors being found with any of the bid proposals, the lowest qualified responsible and best bidder is Concrete Structures, with a total bid of $577,866. I have worked with Concrete Structures Incorporated on past projects and found their work to be satisfactory. Therefore, I recommend that the Overton County Highway Department award the contract in the total amount of $577,866 to Concrete Structures. I recommend that we go with Kyle Hazel Engineering's recommendation.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Randall made a motion. Second. Accepted. Patrick McCurdy made a second. On it?
Okay, who made the motion?
Randall Boswell. Okay. Stephen Barlow, absent. Greg Nivens, yes. Bobby Melton.
Yes.
Darwin Clark.
Yes.
Randall Boswell.
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy.
Yes.
Motion passes for, Concrete Structures for $577,866 for the Dog Walk Bridge.
And then under new business here, Greg, we just had a library board meeting, and I think they've already sent this over to Connie too, but they're applying for another TOPS grant, and it's going to be for hotspot funding for the Middle Oakley Library, and also needs to, the other one is, it's called solar charging stations, that they've got in here. And basically, the TOPS grant they get every year, they've been applying for it for every year. And so, the total amount that they're applying for this year is $89,60. And they would, there's a 5% match on the grant under, up to $9,999 is 5% match. 10,000 to 49,000 is 10 and 20. So they're gonna be under the $9,999, which is gonna be a 5% match that they'll have to come up with, so. But anyway, they would like to request that, you all approve this and send it to the full commission for them to apply for this grant for next year coming up, so.
So,
And I'll make that into a formal
TOPS
motion.
grant?
Yes, the TOPS grant, the 26 TOPS grant. It's gonna be for hotspot funding and solar, what you call that, solar charging station. I'm assuming that's something to do, I guess, with the computers or something. It says solar umbrella eclipse, I'm not sure what that is, but that's what they're applying
Solar
for.
charging station.
Yeah,
So it sits
Yeah.
outside?
I assume she didn't really go
They've
into
got some
detail.
outside
Did she?
already, there are those
There you go.
benches.
Yeah, Donna was.
Oh,
there
it's
too.
like a picnic table or something?
No,
that
it's like a metal bench.
Just a
and
metal
you-
bench
they've
that's
got-
got a-
You can,
just plug your stuff in?
yeah,
And how much was it for, you know? so-
8,960 plus the 5% match. If that's what the total is. Anything under the 9,999 is 5, and anything above is 10, and then so forth. Is that the way you understand it, Connie?
$8,960.
Did you get a copy of it?
I got a fax, but we haven't discussed it.
So we'd have to do a 5% match.
Yeah, the way it looks on here, it does.
Is there another grant you said?
No, it's just this one here.
Just that one?
Yeah, that's all they gave us. Is there anything else that they had over there? That was it, wasn't it? That's what I
that's
said.
it.
So I'll make that motion that we allow, send it to the full commission for them to apply for this grant.
Darwin makes a motion for the TOPS grant for hotspots and solar charging stations for 8960, with a 5%, match for the county.
Hmm.
And that's, Darwin Clark made the motion, anybody make a second? Patrick McCurdy made a second. Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
or is any discussion, I'm sorry?
Oh.
Anybody? Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Randall Boswell,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
Yes,
Darwin Clark.
Yes.
Greg Nivens, yes.
who made the motion?
It was,
I did.
Darwin,
Patrick, second.
Patrick, second. Motion passes on that.
Also,
Send to full commission.
Also, Doug Ferris come by today, and he was trying to get some information off the website. And, of course, they had the agenda up there, but it didn't really give any details. And so he was concerned about that, because when he was looking at it to come to the meeting, it just really didn't show what all we were gonna talk about tonight, other than, we didn't have any budget amendments, and then it didn't say anything about what we just did. Of course, we didn't know about the TOPS grant, so.
Yeah.
Anything you wanna add to that, you'd like to see?
So we just moved in, we've probably been here almost a year, there's a lot of new people moving into Tennessee. And I used to be on planning commissions and stuff like that, and we like to know what's going on. And when you look at that, there's nothing about a bridge. If there was no name, I went back to look, I couldn't find but one past thing. And, the Tennessee Open Meetings Act says that, the meetings are supposed to be 48 hours before and reasonably describe each agenda item, so people know, and it's not on there. And one of the other things is, you don't even know where to come. I had to call to find out where to come, it's not on the website where the meetings are held, no address, there's nothing on your guys' agenda to where new people know where to come, for these meetings and stuff, I don't wanna raise any stink.
No, we didn't need your.
Things need to be fixed on the website, you guys are all, I don't know if it's Barlow or whoever, but I would like to know things that are going on, it's not that I wanna do anything, but I wanna know, where my money's going and stuff like that. I looked at all the committees, and all of them are set up the same way, there's no specific, saying where this bridge at or whatever, being bid on, I tried to look back, and that was just one thing I was looking at, so. Something needs to be done, somebody needs to say something to whomever and fix these things, just the generalities of, it says on the website, 100, whatever that building is up there, 100 Church Street or something like that, doesn't say anything about the meeting here at 306, whatever this road is. And for new people moving into your county, 3 years ago, the state of Tennessee had well over a 300% increase in people coming in to the state. And we decided to build out here, we like this county, we like the little town, but, just fix a few basic things. Putting on there what you're gonna talk about and where it's at. That's all.
That sounds good. I agree.
We might have to have more secretaries. I'm sorry.
I know the state's already talked to somebody up here at the city about that and the minutes, because the minutes aren't being published correctly either. So I have to sit over here and take pages of notes about what you guys are talking about, just to keep track of what's going on.
And there's a thing in the courts that, anything voted on that wasn't described in the menu was null and void. So, and then there's fines, $1,000 first time, 2,000 the next, and stuff like that can happen in other states, so I don't know exactly what's going on.
I'm not sure on Tennessee's,
No, I haven't heard that.
cause you know, I'm not making excuses, it's just,
No, I mean, the sunshine.
it just needs to be, it needs to be.
Sunshine Act says 48 hours ahead of time, the Brown, what you call it, and then the Tennessee Open Meetings Act is another, thing that they did some changes on, you know?
Well, I think they're fixing to change it again, aren't they?
I'm not sure.
They're looking at it,
I
changing.
think it's changing it to the regular meeting, but I'm not sure it's not gonna be just, what's on the agenda, it's gonna be
You can- they can ask any questions.
if they ask questions on just about anything, I guess.
That's what the bill said.
And then
That's what
we'll
the
end
bill
up,
says.
then
I
we'll
mean,
end
that's
up,
why when I went to the big meeting, whatever it was, and everybody was all up in arms about the guy wanting 2 jobs and stuff like that, you know, that you can eliminate that kind of stuff if people are just upfront.
Yeah.
And a reasonable detail
Yeah.
to say what's going on. I mean, I was a
I agree.
manager, I was a manager over a steel mill, $5 million account, and you know, I had to be accurate with my customers and what I was doing, and tell them what I was doing. Gotta be open.
it's not rocket science, we just
Yeah.
need to do it, so. Thanks for bringing it to our attention, cause I wouldn't have known either, cause I don't look at the website,
No, I know that.
so, I didn't even know we had a meeting, public safety, public waste till somebody called me a while ago, so.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do to get that fixed for us. We appreciate it, appreciate it. Let's see, is there anything else?
I don't know.
John, you got something?
No, I just wanna make mention that, I don't know, and Tim may have mentioned it, I'm not really for sure, that the bid y'all are accepting was the low bid.
Yeah, that was
Lowest
by
bid.
about a couple
Yeah.
hundred thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about,
So, I mean, it was
We
the
had
lowest bid,
6
I just
bidders.
wanted to make mention that, you know, that was,
Yeah.
that was
the next one was what, 700?
28 years of it.
Next one's about 700,000?
What,
Yeah.
Tim's got it right.
690,
659.
659.
659.
Yeah.
So,
And then it went to
There were 6 bidders.
789.
Yeah, that surprised me.
And the local ones, they were priced too high, yeah, they were high. for the
Yeah.
state.
Yeah, they,
It's like a dog walk bridge.
but that'll help the next one as well.
You know where that's
They'll
at?
be expecting,
Now that.
they'll be expecting it.
Now,
It's
we're
out
not gonna
towards-
be able to
it's
charge
out-
for it, probably.
It's out towards Monroe, right in between Monroe and
Right, right.
So
Alpine.
we can
back
get
in
these
there.
contracts signed and into the state.
Right. Get 'em back.
The contractor is, pretty much ready to
Ready.
go. So
So
we could be having work done out there in under 30 days if we can get these turned over.
Depending on how fast the state moves, you know.
And I talked to Kurt today, he said they would get on, Lisa's gonna pretty much take charge of this.
That'd be good. So if she gets it, then it'll go pretty quick, yeah, she'll get it through there for us, so we get started on it.
Well, anybody else got anything? Appreciate it, appreciate it. Okay, next one's 7, Randall said motion to adjourn, Randall Boswell.
I'll take care of it.
You go second,
I'll see you
Patrick?
tomorrow.
All right.
Patrick McCurdy made a second approved, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes, meeting ends, thank you.